Now available from Upstart Company, Gamera 3D, the Goodman Cut. It's the classic, original Gamera, but with a funky, retro-dimensional kick. No special equipment needed, a love for giant monster mayhem in 3D, mandatory. The signed, limited edition DVD is available at spacebrains3d.etsy.com. That's spacebrains3d.etsy.com. Hour of the Wolf Review, air date February 5th, 2023. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Take one. I'm Dan Persons, and this is my Hour of the Wolf Review. Out of tragedy sometimes comes strength. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, which is now available on Disney+, took the unfortunate death of Chadwick Boseman, who played the Black Panther in the previous film, and turned around to create the most female-centric comic book superhero movie yet. Really, Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman don't hold a candle to how much women come to the fore here. And credit director and co-writer Ryan Coogler for letting that aspect shape the narrative. The main focus of Wakanda Forever is T'Challa's sister and all-around science genius Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, as she copes with the guilt over her inability to rescue her brother from death, which occurs off-screen, and kudos to the producers for not succumbing to the temptation of using quote-unquote CG magic to put T'Challa back on the screen for however briefly, and also has to contend with the threat of this film's adversary, Namor, aka the Submariner, played by Tenoch Huerta, who here represents an underwater, exiled Mayan culture and is threatening to wage war on the land dwellers who have come sniffing around for Namor's own supply of that miracle metal, vibranium. And a lot of Wakanda Forever is what you expect from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Global threat, car chases, martial arts, well choreographed admittedly, and a CG-besotted finale that's big, but that you know is all artificial, so it doesn't really matter. But what sets Wakanda Forever apart is that a lot of the narrative burden is carried by the interactions between Shuri, her mother Queen Ramonda, played by Angela Bassett, Dora Milaje General Okoye, played by Danai Gurira, T'Challa's former lover Nakia, played by Lupita Nyong'o, and new teenage science genius, since apparently that role now needs to be refilled, Riri, played by Dominique Thorne. All women, all black. And in that formulation, Coogler has succeeded in taking what would be a stock Marvel setup and bringing some real emotional legitimacy to it. You actually feel the stakes involved and believe the characters are being motivated by those stakes. I only wish Tenoch Huerta's Namor didn't have to be saddled with some of the silliest character makeup in MCU history. Looking at his weird, pointy ears and watching him fly around with those silly little wings flapping on his feet just takes me out of it. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever is not a great film, but it is a surprisingly satisfying one. It's maybe not as politically engaged as the first was, but then I thought the first was a little wishy-washy on the politics anyway. There's at least a bit about the colonization and exploitation of the Americas here, paralleling with what happened in Africa. But look, it's hard for a franchise to survive the passing of its big star. Ryan Coogler managed to do it and tell a bracing story in the bargain. Thank you for listening. If you want to write me, send that email to hotwolfreviews@upstartcompany.com. And remember, if you love science fiction, fantasy, enchantment, and the imagination, listen to Jim Freund's Hour of the Wolf, most every Monday at 9 p.m. ET on WBAI 99.5 FM in New York, and streaming on WBAI.org or through TuneIn. The Hour of the Wolf Reviews is produced by me, Dan Persons, recorded at the studios of Upstart Company, and is an Hour of the Wolf production. Take care.